Been trying to tell you it ain't the same. Baby, I'm coming so confident. Walk in the room and they know I'm here. Shine so bright everywhere I go. I make the darkness just disappear. Baby, just hold my hand like any erase all of your fears. And if I'm crying, you better make me cry them happy tears. Baby, this is different this time. It's not the same. Yes, I mean, I don't got time for pain. All we do is love is you and everybody know my name. Been trying to tell you it's real. Been trying to tell you it ain't the same.
Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, make sure you're following on Instagram at YB Speaks. That intro song was brought to you by the Cat's Meow, also known as Pradia, Honey Hello God. The song is called Different from his new album Graduation, Honey, available now on YouTube, Hello God, Spotify, and Apple Music, anywhere you get your music, okay? Make sure you support it. It's a wonderful album. Yes, God, honey. When this video is done, I'll make sure to put that link in the description box for everyone. Okay, easy access, honey. We love easy access down yonder, honey. Hello, God. Don't we love easy access, girl? Yes, God, honey. Speaking of easy access, I got some, little story time, child. Hello, God. You know me. Yes, girl. We got to give the girls something to be their meat to, girl. They're lonely, girl. They live, they thrive, they live vicariously through the doors, honey. Okay, period. Hello, God. Um, will there be a panel tonight? I don't even know. I don't even know. Will we have a panel tonight? Stay tuned. Step. Oh, girl. Child, still got trade in my throat. Hello, God. Ooh, girl. Uh, child. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's up, Chloe, Tracy, mother of one, Keisha? How are you? Cupstar Mania, hello. Nola, baby, hey. Shotty Black, what's up? Devontae, how are you? Yes, God, honey. We should be having a panel tonight, but the girls might be busy, so I'm not sure. But we should be having a panel tonight. By the time I get off of here, I'll know, and we'll post. So make sure you're paying attention to our Instagrams as well as our community walls over here down to the YouTube, honey. And that way, you guys, again, easy access. We love it. Hello, God. Chloe, get in the get in our group chat and see. Just double check and report back here, child, and I'll let the kids know it's tea because I'm down for it. I just have again, guys, we won't be here too long because I have a apartment, girl. Girl, I have a little, one of my little usuals, child. Hello, God. The Blatino I told y'all about. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, God, honey. The Blatino, honey, of 3 years. Yes, God. He calls, I beckon. Okay, hello, God. Yes, God, honey. When I tell you that meat is supreme, girl, let me tell you something. Fuck Arby's, honey. He has the meats. So, real quick, just a an observational moment, as we dive into just a brief pleasure point type of conversation. If you know, you know. Hello, God. Um, if you're around, people, or you don't have your headphones in, just be forewarned. We're about to boldly go. Okay, period. So last night, right, I am with one of my regular um, pieces of trade. And we're just like vibing first. We're vibing, listening to music, talking, smoking, girl. Just he drank, so he drinking. I don't drink no more, child. So, we just chilling. And we do what we do. You hello God. And when I tell you the sessions, plural, girl, we're talking about hours and hours. Like, give us our, and we're not talking about, like, we took a break, obviously, because he was releasing onto D left and right. And when I mean, his stamina was just, and that's what I've always loved about him. And when I tell you, girl, Lord of mercy, if your broad is thirsty, yes, take a bed reimbursement. Girl, let me tell you, yeah, they call me Big Ellie. Yes, girl, let me tell you something, girl. When I tell you that, even though, like, this boy works my nerves a lot, I tell you, the way in which, like, we are just so symbiotic, and we are one, girl. When I tell you we are one, girl, we were born. Girl, shout out to we were born, girl. We were born, girl. Let me tell you. And it was so, it was amazing. It was through the roof. And so we're done. He's like, damn, this might be one of the first times you gave me a run for my money. What's up with you? I was like, it's been a little minute, it's and with you, like, I live for those moments with you, because it gives what needs to be given, honey. Okay, hello, God. And we're we're just laughing, and we're just like, wow. We're both doing wow, wow. Like, this session was, and then I went to thinking about it, I was like, we've been doing this for a while, haven't we? He's like, oh yeah, it's been about 4 years. And I was like, whoa, 4 years? Yeah, it's been 4 years. And he looked at me and he was like, I just thought about it. This is all we kind of do. You don't ever come to my birthday parties. You don't ever come hang out with me. We don't ever go to the movies. We don't ever do anything. This is all we do. And I looked at him and I was like, because, like, that's always been, like, the basis of our situationship. Like, first of all, you told me you weren't even into, like, masculine presenting men. You're into the TS girls. So it was a fluke. At first, you didn't want to link with me because we met on, a particular app, Child Hella God, all those years ago. And at first, you said no. But the boys, honey, when the blood floweth, hello God, it's like, girl, it's late in the midnight hour, ain't nobody else, taking the bait. Let me just go ahead and get this one out the way. That turned into something more. And I always knew that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your type. When you talk to me about other relationships and things that you've been involved in, it always has to do with a trans woman. And that's perfectly fine with me. I know that I don't fit the aesthetic. But remember, we talked about this last time, guys. When you start to have longevity with these niggas, there's a familiarity that's there now. Now, it's beyond that. You don't care that I'm not a trans woman. Now you want these particular things that now you've changed, your perspective when it comes to, what that looks like for you. So I was like, girl, child, whatever, you know what I mean. I don't, Jace, don't try me, bitch. I have facial hair, I have a mustache. I have, hairy legs, like, not hairy, but like, but now I gonna like, child, let me tell you something. Chest to the loins, honey, smooth. Hello, God. Okay, but girl, I'm not shaving my legs. I'm not narrowing my arm hairs. I'm not doing none of that shit. Now I do my pits every couple of months because I don't like hairy pits. We've already established hair builds bacteria and filth. But anyway, But I'm just thinking to myself, I'm looking at him, I'm like, well, that's what, he's like, well, yeah, but, like, you could come around, we could do those kinds of things. I'm like, I don't really feel comfortable doing that because that makes me feel like you want this to go somewhere else. And I told that bitch straight to his face, you're not the kind of guy that I would date or like have a relationship with. He's like, he looked at me and girl, he took offense. He took offense. I said, girl, well, Devontae, I found this new product on Temu. Don't laugh. But I bought it. It was a little container. Temu be lying, child, about, their product size and whatever. But I did buy it, girl. It was like $4. And I tried it out. And when I tell you, no burning, no nothing, like it's really, really good. I gotta buy some more. It was really good. And when I tell you the way it made the skin feel so supple, honey, girl, I was slapping my own ass. I ain't even gonna lie. That thing, hun, let me tell you something. I felt like a dolphin, bitch. Hello, God. Huh. Flipper, bitch. Hello, God. Hmm. Hmm. I'll send you the link, honey, if you need it. Okay? No burning at all. When I tell you it got into the crevices, girl, usually that's where it burns the most if you use regular Nair. But I use this stuff and it's really, really good. When I tell you, huh, Piriana to the Perrier. Shout out to the official campaign, honey, okay? It'll get you right, honey, and have you feeling tight, girl. Talking about rejuvenation, honey. But anyway, girl, like he just, and I just told him that, and he was just like, oh, man, that kind of hurts, and I was like, no, like you know what you give, like you don't have a license, you don't have a fucking car, you don't have a place of your own, like you, okay, you work, you have a job, that's cool, but like, brother, and he's a couple years younger than me. He's in his 30s. He's 32, I think. And it's just like, girl, like you're not, and I'm not gonna lie either, y'all. He's not all the way there. I told y'all, girl, the best dick is the dick that's low key, kind of simple. Let's just tell the truth, girl. And I'm not trying to be mean, girl. We're just telling a very real truth about these trade, girl. Like it's just he. Remember, I gave the description, girl. He's tall, dreads, linky. Well, he used to have dreads. He cut them off, but tall, linky, big old thing, honey. Okay, Thor's. I'm not Thor's hammer, girl. Zeus's lightning bolt. It'll get you right. Okay, all the time. And when you've built that level with somebody, it gets better and better and better and better. Now there was a time when he was a heavy drunkard, honey, okay, and I think I came down here and told y'all the story where he was failing at the task, and then as she was about to leave, because she moved away, girl, to go live with her, her trans wife child, that never obviously didn't work out, and honey, that whole weekend she was wearing me out before she left, and then you came back, I was the first one you called, and you kept that same pace up, and I was like, wow, okay, that's what's up then. So you put the drink down like that, and now your performance is where it was when we first started doing this thing. Okay, cool. Don't mistake what we're doing in our longevity and familiarity for someone who's trying to be up in your shit like that. You never even gave that energy off anyway. You gave, I only like dealing with trans women because, yes, they're more closer looking and presenting to women and femininity, right? So if you find a passable girl, you can bring them around your peoples and them. And I guess now you're changing your mind because, oh, you're familiar with me. You see that in moments I do give masculinity. Okay, shout out to Alexandra Rogers, girl. Okay, so now you're more comfortable with it, girl. And I'm cool with that. And I think his people probably do know, but and also too, I kind of mess with it because like he knows I'm a hoe. We've done things to girl, y'all know me, girl. I'm an adventurous type of girl. So like, why would you, but then again, that could just be like, ain't you that cool? Like I can chill with you on that level. Girl, don't get in my business. Girl, don't get in my business, girl. I'm giving it all away, honey. No God. But he cool though. And I just, I say all that to say this. You just gotta live in the world of reality. Too many times, especially on social media these days, especially a lot of these young cunts coming up, y'all are delusional. And I'm so and when you go through a heartbreak, when you go through dealing with manipulation and lies and foolishness, and when you discover that someone that you've given your all to is literally for the entire streets of America, the entire world, hello God, when you have been take that moment, don't use it to, yeah, you're gonna be bitter for a minute, but once you climb that hill, you just, that's a learning lesson to never allow another nigga to try you in your existence ever again in this life. Although I hated I had to go through that because it's embarrassing, it's shameful, the way it like drags you for filth in the streets of life and reflects you on, honey, hello God. But if you are a smart cunt, you will learn from that. You will grow from that. And even though I do feel like the dude from last night, he was sincere about what he said to me, it still sounds foolish. Do not be foolish. Do not be fooled. Period. I'm a grown hoe now. I'm not playing those reindeer games. Trade is not to be loved. Trade is not to be trusted. Trade is just meant for pleasure, honey. Okay? Especially the ones that try to sell you this, don't sell me nothing, girl. Y'all trade is like car salespeople, girl. They want the commission, i.e., throw booty hole on their terms and all that other stuff. And then they get a little comfortable with you, and now, oh, we can do this. No, don't do that to me. Because thank God I'm not a delusional cunt no more. Because if he would have caught me years and years and years back before all of that other shit happened to me, oh, I would have been wrapped up in it, girl. Wrapped up in it, girl. Oh my God, he loves me. He wants to show me to the family, girl. No, God, not me, bitch. I'm not her no more. She is not me no more, honey. No. And I'm glad that he came because it took a while for him to come to that realization. And I said, "Oh, you finally get it now. This is all we are." Oh, this I feel used. No, this is what it always has been. Have I ever moved in any other way, bro? I have not moved in any other way. You still don't know my name. And you don't know my name. Okay. And I swear it, baby, you'll never know. I know all your shit because all you do is blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting around like, okay, girl, fa la 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 la. Now lie that dick in me, honey. And when it's over, girl. And intellectually, you're not sound. You're not even on my wavelength intellect wise. You're not even on my length. Like, he does have good conversation, but then it spirals out into these rants. And it's just like, girl, I know a crack baby when I, like, come on, let's just tell the truth, girl. It's never going to happen. I love that for you. And I'm happy that you feel that way about me now. And that's great. But no, sorry. Sorry, but I did chuckle when he was like, "Oh, this is all we ever do." Yeah, I when you call me complaining about all the stuff that I really don't care about, and then you get mad at me, or when something doesn't go his way, he just blows the fuck up. Like, girl, I'm not your girl. I'm not your man. I'm nothing to you. Why are you calling me? The good thing about being like the undercover side piece or whatever, or he ain't got nobody, but like living in the reason I like living in the DL realm is because I don't want those problems. I would rather deal with the guy that don't have too much time on his hands. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want your problems. you know I don't want those problems. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you my name. No, all roads will sometimes lead back to TLC. Hello, God. And the life lessons they serve the kids through their music. May left I rest. Mm-hmm. Girl, please. And then I just thought about it. I have like 4 of these dudes that I've been dealing with for 3, 4 years. One dude, it's been like 6 years. You know, they don't. I love the role that they play. Hello, God. I love the role that they play. Oh yeah. Since the girls tried to get me together about the little three men, honey, hella gun. They'll be returning. They hit me up again. They're coming down for Thanksgiving, honey, to celebrate somebody in the group. So they asked for the doll's availability, and I said, "Girl, I'll be there with bells on." Hello, gone. But girl, it's gonna have. To, I don't know, girl. Thanksgiving, girl. Whoo, girl. I don't ever. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. All bottoms. Let's tell the truth, girl. When we back to bottom, girl. I Thanksgiving I usually cancel. I cancel bottom activities, girl. I'm not gonna lie because, girl, when once that macaroni and cheese, that dressing, girl, hello, God, that ham and turkey, bitch, that man, especially the mashed potatoes and black eyed peas, girl, there's not gonna be enough fleeting, girl, hello, God, enough enemas left down to the Walmart, girl. No, you might as well cancel all activity, girl. Period. So I said, girl, I'll be sacrificing. Because one thing about Thanksgiving meals, honey, you want to eat that fresh. So I don't know how that's gonna work, girl, because it's gonna take about 30 days and 30 nights, girl, just to get that up out of you. I won't be ready again until Christmas, girl. Deck the halls, girl. Girl. Literally, deck the halls. I have to deck the halls, girl, before I paint on those balls. No God, honey, and I'm a professional, bitch. Hmm. I'm not finna give up my meal, and I'm preparing all that meal too. I don't know. Then again, I don't know. They are worth it. They are worth it. Ugh. And I like the fact they do keep in contact. I never thought that they would keep in touch, to be honest. It just be those little, one night only. Like, yes, God, honey. Like giving the girls little dream girls. Like, I never thought about that. But, they're like, oh, yeah, we hitting you every time we're in town. They're always down here. I said, all right, girl. Well, I guess eat after. I don't know, girl. Once I start smelling that Thanksgiving meal, honey, it's over with. Valor, how do you feel about the Harvey and Aaron situation? Honestly, it's not my business. It's really not my business, to be honest with you. That's why I haven't really spoke on it. Do I have private thoughts about it? I do. Um, but that situation is amongst those people. Harviana has her reasons, and I feel like Aaron should. Then again, this is me putting my thoughts in, but he should be receptive. I'll say it like that. If you wanted a response from me, that's my response. Harviana has her reasons, and I feel like Aaron should be more receptive to that. And instead of looking at things in a negative, bad light, take how people feel, why their actions are what they are, especially if examples are given. Hello, God. And instead of being reactionary and being mad, you have to ask yourself, hey, do I need to take time and reflect? Hello, God. So there you have it. That's my response to that. Also, do you ever want a husband, boyfriend anytime soon? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm married to myself. I'm married to the game. This I said this last live, and I'll say it again. There's no reason to at this juncture in life to get involved with anybody, especially loving someone. There's a lot of energy that I don't think a lot of people even understand the depth of that type of energy and what it does. You gotta, in my opinion, you need to be fully stable in your life and have accomplished at least half of your goals. I'll be real. I'm not where I want to be in my life. And if I, you know how love does, girl, when it comes, you never want to give it up. And then you get caught in the light, honey. Okay, you get caught up in all of that. And next thing you know, you're detoured. I'm not trying to do that. And it's not fair to the person either if I'm halfway in, halfway out either. When I meet someone and I feel like it's worth it, I want to be 100% focused on that. Because honey, the girls they move they move fast, and you get caught up in it, and you see all of these things that you just overlook. I've done that before. I'm not trying to do that again in life. And again, I'm glad I've already been digmatized. I've already had my heart broken. I've already went through the delusional phase. Like everything moving forward will be so intentional. So intentional to the point like we're not even no, I'm not entertaining foolishness, and I'm not entertaining no one that's not ready, and I'm definitely not ready. What's up, Sublime? Just don't eat no ma'am. What's up, KK? How you doing, boo? Christina, how you doing? Little sacrifice for a good time. I've done it before. What's up, Savion? How you doing? Nick, hey. How to work up the nerve to pursue someone. First of all, you have to ask yourself, do they give the energy that they would be receptive? But even with that, some people put up a good little, persona to act like they're unapproachable or they're not into you, but they might kind of be. Well, you have to weigh out the risk and the reward, honey. You never know until you try. Closed mouths don't get fed. Now, for like, I don't know your situation. I'm not gonna pretend to know. I am a man who is attracted to men. So, in the type of men that I'm attracted to, I have to be careful on how I approach. Hello, God. That's why I kind of stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to, i.e., the apps, because you can't mistake me for anything other than what I am on an app, right? You know what I mean? You know why you're here. You've walked into the realm of the gay man, so or any spectrum of the LGBTQ on the apps. So it's a little bit easier in that regard. But like if you're out and about, just kind of peep the signs, and dudes will always let you know. One thing I love about men is they're not scared to kind of let you know, especially when, they're in an environment that is a little more accepting. Do you think that YN who had a grown man in his mom's house is wrong? I'm so glad you brought that up because I actually saved that video to talk about it. I just saw that today, literally like a couple hours ago. And these are my thoughts. I would have been okay with this, right? I definitely would have been okay with this, but here are the reasons why I'm not okay with this. You have a hidden camera. It doesn't look like a regular camera, because it would be somewhere. You could tell by where the camera was located, it was tucked away. So that lets me know that you're watching your son. Whether there's a reason for that or not, you are watching him. So that, and then coupled with when she stated, oh, you still doing that gay shit, lets me know that this has probably happened before, and hence probably why she put the camera in. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know that to be fact, but this is just what I can, surmise in having keen observation skills and knowing how toxic homophobic parents are. I have the question of if this was him sneaking in a girl or him having a history of dealing with, women, would this be an issue at all? Would she have even installed that camera? Would she have, and it was also the way that she reacted. She reacted very quickly. It's as if she was watching the camera. Yes, I know the piece of trade, the old trade girl, he knocked something down and that alerted her. But if you look at the time between, he didn't even clear that room fast enough after he knocked over whatever he did. And then she reacted. It's as if she was already watching. And then again, it's a big giveaway. Oh, you still on that gay stuff. So you're a dangerous homophobe who beats their kid with a bat. You've also been low-key stalking them to ensure that they're not doing gay shit. Because I'm quite sure, and it's a hidden camera, because if he knew that camera was there, do you think that he would have walked that man through that part of the house? So you are a raging, violent, dangerous homophobe. You installed that hidden camera to watch what your son was doing because you probably caught him or found out he was involved in something prior. So he has a history of this. And you, being the Christian warrior, gay hating mother, you're going to stalk your son and watch him to make sure he's not doing this kind of stuff again, only because he's doing gay shit. But if it was a little girl that he was sneaking up in there, would you feel the same way? Would you have even done all of this to begin with if you knew that your son was straight? Because at 17, you can't be mad at these young boys for doing what they do. They starting out even earlier than that. Hell, everybody done sexualized everything so early in life. Hello, God, to the point where the kids know everything now. You don't even got to have the birds and bees conversation. They already know what it's about. So I feel like the mother is definitely wrong in this regard. And I definitely, and again, it'd be different if she didn't give the dead giveaways on what her motivations are. It's purely because your son is gay. And I know people are trying to have the greater. We don't really know how old that man is. I didn't get to see that. That wasn't a good quality camera. Do we even know? People just be putting anything in the captions. Like, do we even know if that man is grown? And if he is grown, well, whatever. I don't want to overlook the real conversation that needs to happen here. It is what it is, girl. We had a conversation before, and I know it's uncomfortable for a lot of people, but that's just the way of the world, girl. Y'all go up in arms over that, but you got Netanyahu still out here walking around like a free man after he done laid waste to millions of people without cause. Y'all president is out here in the Epstein files, girl. He became a president, girl. So I don't want people to try to get in on our community and things that do go on in it, knowing damn well. No, yes, it's probably not right. It's not right. But a lot of times that just is what it is. And also, we got to take into effect people lie all the time and they create these personas and these personalities and these IDs. Hello, God. So sometimes things are what they are. But I don't want that to be the thing that clouds the judgment of the people that need to really be looking at this the way it needs to be looked at. Which is the fact that his mother is a dangerous, violent homophobe. And when that boy reaches the age and he has the resources and the motivation, I'm sure she's waiting until he turns 18 to kick him out. But then she'll lose the control over him at the same time. Because you could tell she's a controlling mom, a very violent one too. So, I'm sure he can't wait to get out and, go no contact and live his life. So he doesn't have to be, living in that hell no more. And here's a message to the young girls, all the girls across the world, the little young queens. Baby, if you know your peoples is homophobic, hello God, don't start nothing and always assume you're being watched. You know your parents. You know them. And with today, you can go online and get a camera for $13. If you got a controlling, overbearing parent, just trust and believe they're watching you. They're watching you. You're on their phone family plan, they can download your messages. They can see who you're contacting. They can look at your search history. You're sharing the family Wi-Fi. You best believe you thought you deleted all that porn and all that other shit you got, right? They can download all of that stuff. They can recover all of that stuff. So always assume that you're being watched, especially if you are living in a home such as this young man. Okay? And to other people, I had to learn this when I was young. Do not go to someone's house. I don't care if you're young, old, new, or who, whatever, girl. Whoville, bitch. I don't care. Do not if these people cannot secure a private hosting situation, I would rather you fuck me in the woods than to take me into a home that you don't own or pay rent in, hello God, or have a little private situation for. If you live at home with your parents, bitch, even if you're a grown man, you better have some privacy for us. And you better guarantee that I'm not gonna get caught up because I'm gonna tell you the truth. What if that man would have done something to the mom? There's so many ways this could have turned out because if you're hitting me with a bad bitch, I'm wearing you out. And the son gonna jump in trying to protect, and I'm gonna wear him out too. I thought I was coming to get some bougie cat girl and some throat or whatever the situation was, child. Um, and now I'm going to jail for murder. Girl, please. Girl, please. No, ma'am. But yeah, very dangerous work. And again, I hope people's eyes. I saw a couple of black gay creators on TikTok giving their, stitching the video and giving their commentary. And they overlooked all of those facts that I presented because y'all think like old school grandmothers and you think, oh, you just disrespected my house. This goes beyond that. This is why I wanted to be a detective when I was younger. Do you think that this young man is going to resent his mother the fact she put it on the air? Oh yeah, he already does. He probably already has. For all we know, this was him not really giving much of a fuck. He just wanted to get his things. He's a 17-year-old boy who's horny. Hello God. So teenagers are a lot of times willing to risk it all, girl. just to get one out real quick. Hello God. We know that. Hmm. That's just life, child. And I just want people to start really looking at this stuff and really thinking like. And then these are the same parents who turn around years later and wonder why their kids resent them or don't talk to them. They created a TikTok page bashing their kids and girl, whatever. Because I see a bunch of videos of these little moms that do TikToks with their sons, and it comes off so cringe. The little challenges they be doing, they be looking at these little boys as if they're their lovers or boyfriends or husbands, girl, or baby daddies, and it gets a little cringe. I will say that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You see a lot of this weird shit, and unfortunately, like you see it most like with heterosexual black women. And I'm not gonna group it because like I obviously understand there's a ton of allies, there's a ton of women out there that support us, but like those homophobic like heterosexual black women, and heavy religious girl. And that always kills me too. You so religious, but you doing all this judging and sinning, right? Okay, make that make sense. We gonna pray the gay out of you, or are we gonna pray the corruption out of you, Pastor? Hello, God. Are we gonna pray, hello, God, the the crack that you used to do, or do you probably still do to this day, Pastor? Hello, God. Are we gonna pray those demonic forces about you? Your lust for thy neighbor's wife. Hello, God. We've seen it and heard it all before. Shout out to Sunshine Anderson, bitch. Hmm. You gonna pray that demon up out of you? Hello, God. Again, another conversation to have, girl. Black folks get so lost in the Jesus sauce, girl, and you know, but be the main sinners and criminals walking among us. Hmm. But love your kids, child, regardless. Love them, teach them. Maybe if she was close with her son and she could have conversations with him and he felt open, maybe all of this, maybe him seeking these men, all of that could have been avoided if they had a closer relationship. Talk about it. That way she could educate you. She can talk to you, or maybe find you a respectable, person of the community that you can, be mentored by or learn something from. Because I'm not gonna lie, it is, if he doesn't know that man, and if this is a strange kind of hookup, you're 17 living in your mom's house, that you do open the door for, something to go bad. Let's tell the truth. We don't know the circumstances of the boy and the guy, or whatever that is. Like, but I do agree, like, inviting strangers into your home at 17, you don't know what people's plans are. They can try to come back and do something. Like, you don't know, they could do something in the moment. They could have been plotting. There could have been some people waiting outside. Like, so I understand it. But again, this video plainly shows her operating at a pure bias. Period. Mm. And I just need people to do better. And then I know some people probably asking, where's the father? Probably not around. And if he is around, it is what it is. You act like that's going to change the outcome of your child being gay. Where's the father? Girl, please. Like, that doesn't change anything. The real question is, especially for the effeminate boys, the boys that are like real feminine, the real tea is, and I talked about this extensively before in the past, and I'll bring it up again here today. The reason your son acts as if he has some sugar in his tank is due to the low testosterone levels in the father's sperm. Hello, God. So the daddy was there. Hello, God. He just didn't have all the testosterone needed, required, and desired to make his son a full masculine man, honey. Okay? Period. Hey, Island Brownie, how you doing? Welcome everybody coming through. Make sure to hit that like button as you enter, honey. Hello, God. Thank you so much. But yeah, honey. So that's where the femininity comes from in boys, and that doesn't even and that again, we cannot equate femininity to someone being gay, because if the father has strong testosterone, he's probably going to make a more masculine presenting son that could still come out to be a gay man. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, again, throw away all the trash we thought we knew, and we have to educate ourselves. Periana to the period. Okay? Period. Mm. Child, the time I had last night. Ooh, girl. When I tell you I was so proud of myself, honey, when I tell you this thing was squeaky clean, girl. Not clean, clean. When I tell you ready, honey, the green light was given. Okay, period. And that boy, and when Trade go to resting over you while they still inside, hello God, ooh girl, while they still inside, girl. When Trade rests in you, and you feel those little drops of sweat hit your back, hello God, ooh girl. And I was extra smooth too. I made me a little homemade sugar scrub. Hello God, girl, I was moist, girl. This thing was, girl, I felt like Flipper, bitch. Girl, hello God, huh? That boy, he hovered over me, kissed me on the neck. He was like, "Oh my God!" He was like, "Boy, whew, this was so much fun." I was like, "I know, honey, I know." And it sure was, girl. That session was sessioning, girl. Ooh, girl. Whew, girl, this broccoli was done. Yes, girl. Whew. Did you see the video of the little boy being bullied for being gay? The teacher was bullying him too, same as the students. I saw a video of a mother on TikTok talking about something that a teacher said. When the kid was trying to make a complaint against the students teasing him. So that's the same thing. I want to say this. This is actually derived from a conversation that me and Trade had last night. Um, Again, we do have good conversations. They're really deep sometimes. Teachers, judges, lawyers, presidents, law enforcement agencies, any space, the medical environment, any space that has to deal with the public, where you're providing services or you have great power, i.e., a judge, attorney, district attorney, whatever, president, law enforcement, right? You should be unbiased as hell naturally. You shouldn't have to learn to be unbiased. You shouldn't have to take training courses to, how to calm down your personal hatred towards a specific group of people. Hello, God. Okay? Especially if you hold power and dominion over, if you can, over another person, right? We don't need that in the schools. We don't need that in the White House. We don't need that in these law enforcement agencies. We don't need that down to the school. I think I said that already. We don't need that anywhere. Hospitals, especially, because I saw another video that was disturbing with this pregnant woman somewhere in Texas. And you should not be able to work in those environments whatsoever, because your personal bias will more than likely be the root cause to why people either are losing their life, could have lost their life, hello God, and be in a situation like this little boy where he feels bullied, where a teacher's supposed to be standing up for him. But what do we expect, right? When the example, a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing in the past several years since the inception of Donald Duck into the White House, the first round and now this round, people feel safe to outwardly spill and pour the hatred and bile and discriminatory fucking viewpoints out of those disgusting mouths of theirs, because their Lord and Savior, their leader, gets away with it. Right? So when you have that as your example, what do you expect? Trade said, "Oh, you really think it's about discrimination and racism?" I said, "Honey, look at the mechanisms put in place." I said, "Look at what Donald Duck did his first 100 days. The main focus was getting rid of DEI, right? Right? Diversity, equity, inclusion, or something like that. That's what it means, right? Thinking that it only affects Black and brown folks, when really it affects the disabled, it affects people with issues, the elderly. It protects. It's a protected situation for these people in these different classes." Rooting out the real stories of our enslaved ancestors from the museums, renaming military bases that were originally named after African American military folks. Everything, all the intention has been, even with the immigration stuff, with the healthcare, everything has been, hello God, motivated by racism. I don't have to give another history lesson going down the block. The police exist because when slaves were freed, white folks were scared that our ancestors would wreak, hello God, vengeance upon them. Moving after that, drugs, guns, all of the things, hello God, unequal treatment, destroying our neighborhoods, making sure we don't have wealth, the 40 acres and a mule being lied to that we can't have that wealth. Right? There are all of these mechanisms put in place. And when the intention of Donald Duck and his entire administration is to eradicate, he wants to eradicate a lot of stuff with the funding, AIDS research and HIV research, because again, simple fools, oh, it's a gay disease. Right? Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. He want anybody who utilizes their power to attack specific groups of people should not ever have been trusted. This is treasonous behavior. It is a betrayal of the Constitution. Is it a betrayal to the U.S. citizens, especially when you're releasing your military upon U.S. citizens? And homeboy asked me, he was like, "Well, I do agree in some places it gets a little violent. I said, that's what the police are for. That's what local law enforcement agencies are for. And he was like, yeah, that's true. And he was like, well, tell me more. So I told him, I was like, imagine if local law enforcement actually built a relationship, a rapport with the communities they serve. Do you think that people would be acting amok, doing all this crazy shit? Probably in smaller rounds and batches, right? But not as much as we see. People have no respect for law enforcement, especially in heavily populated areas of Black and brown folks. We have a historic, hello God, a legitimate mistrust of these people for what they obviously do. Hello God, whether publicized or not, they don't care about how they treat Black and brown people. I looked at him, I was like, if I was a cop, I'd pull you over every day, all day. He was like, wow. I was like, look how you look. You look like a gangster. You look like a thug. You're Black. Look how you present yourself. Pants sagging. Hello God. You look like you fit the description of every fucking suspect they talk about when they trying to hunt us down without cause, without warrant. He was like, yeah, you right about that. And I was like, yeah, hopefully you were educated here today. Not only did you get some good booze, hey, hello God, a good droga for 4 hours, hello God, you got educated, girl, period. That's what we do down here to the YB Speaks platform, honey, late in the midnight hour. We educate the girls, period. Period. Hello God. Girl, when there's a heavy into those people should not be trusted, girl. Leave them alone. And it sucks too. We see that same behavior move through the human resource experience down to these jobs. They move like the same way they move. I don't like that, to be honest with you. Okay, girl, Cub Star baby. I know that's my serving brain, girl. Hello, God, intelligence to the literally, figuratively. Hello, God. Okay, girl, metaphorically. Yes, girl. Yes, honey. The server of truth and justice. Okay, period. Yeah, girl, they don't know, honey. You gotta let them know. And that is kind of like why I mess with him too, because like outside of some of his, rants, like he do be having good conversation, and that is some of the stuff that I kind of, you know, take a look at with people like him. What's up, Bando? How you doing, boo? Shout out to Bando and Jet Jeff, honey. They released their music video. Honey, spicy, honey. All right, I see why those rumors were started. Y'all were playing that role, honey. Jet Jeff said, "Yeah." Jet Jeff, yeah. All right, Bando got Jet Jeff saying, "Yeah." Period, honey. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do live for the music video. I live for the song. I listened to it yesterday, actually, twice. So I live for it. So shout out to Bando. Yes, honey. Oh my God, yes, I need to check it out. I've been waiting on the video. If I had my laptop, I would share screen. Yes, girl. What's up, Markel? How you doing? Banda was all on Jet as he was laying down in that bed. Okay, honey. I said yes, honey. And Jet Jeff is looking good, bitch. He's honey. Let me tell you something. Top tier girl is out here serving truth and justice down to somebody's gym, girl. And you know what happens when the girls, let me tell you, Jet Jeff always been cute, but you know how it is when you yourself, because I experienced the same thing. When I first lost, I've had an extensive history with my battle with weight loss, right? I lost a lot of weight, and girl, when I tell you I was able to shop the clothes I wanted to wear, I was a new bitch. The attention that I was getting, girl, it just became what it became, girl, because I became okay. Hello, God, shout out to you, Monty being sad, honey. Like, girl, you couldn't tell me nothing. And that's when the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, honey. If it was good before, it was even good now. Okay. And you don't know how to do. You don't know. They can't take the girl, and I get that Jet Jeff vibe. Jet Jeff knows he's T bitch. Yes, I know that's right. Alan Browning says, yet anytime blacks start building their own wealth, it was either destroyed or redlined. Yep. And that's the history they want to try to rewrite. But we know the truth. Has anyone checked Arnie? I have not. I did send well wishes via Instagram when I first heard of, the incident when she was hospitalized. But I do see her every now and again on TikTok promoting her brand, still in recovery. So, I was thinking to myself maybe later on down the road, if she was ever comfortable, maybe have her come up and, do like an in-depth interview and have that conversation. But I wouldn't be mad if she said no or didn't respond at all because, like, I get it. You're going through, but at the same time, you know how I get down. I like to sharing the experiences, honey, education, and highlight these things because maybe you can help someone else. You know what I mean? Yes. As he should. Okay. Period. I get it, honey. I know it. I'm here for it all the time. Do get your things, honey. Get your. I remember, girl. Ooh, I remember when I first dropped those pounds, girl, and I was able to wear the clothes. Because let's tell the truth, when you're like a bigger person, sometimes you don't have the confidence. And let's tell the truth too. It's not like fashion caters to the plus size girl anyway, especially way back then. So, like, but when I was able to get into the things, because I always had a good sense of fashion. I love fashion. I live and breathe it. But, being poor coupled with being fat, you're depressed. You don't want to do it, girl. When I started feeling my puss, getting my hair done, like getting my things, girl, you see your potential and you go to blossoming. Girl, that's that piece right there, honey. But when it comes that, like a moth to a flame, girl, bitch always trying to drag you down, honey. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, honey. And I'm gonna end this by saying, because I have an apartment. Hello, God. Hello. Um, I am really, no matter what I be saying, girl, I really do pray for these girls down to the web reality space, chasing Orlando. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to really get it together, girl. With this whole Max not wanting to come to the reunion, y'all got a lot of this stuff pouring out. When Marlo starts to make sense, girl, we have even more questions. And production and just everybody, like, y'all just need to really tighten up. And if you guys, season 3 needs to be a way off moment, and we really need to do some thinking. Okay, like that's just what that is. I'm watching the rest of the season. We're gonna support the rest of the season, but like the things that are coming out of the camp, Orlando, get it together, girl. Get it together, girl. And I really hope y'all are really paying attention to what I'm saying. And I'm not going to talk about it no more after this because I know y'all tired of me. Storytelling, effective storytelling, transitions, really getting into the things. Get into the things, girl. Because hearing what I heard that Rashida had to say, it's really disappointing. And it adds validity to my greater argument about cast controlling their own narrative. And because if a producer really doesn't know the tea or know how to really, expound on your moments to give you what you're looking for on a platform that you're gracing, because that's a production and cast member issue. Because you're gonna have to step in and say, hey, I might be new to this, but I would like for this, this, that, and then this person, y'all need to be working together, girl. Because no man, Pam. So true. When you see the progress in your hard work, it just makes you want to look and feel good. Let me tell you something, honey. That's why I became addicted to the gym. When I started to see those results, I was like, oh, wow. Because y'all don't get, I was 350 pounds, my biggest. I was tippy toeing towards like 4 at a point in my life. I lost 150 pounds. I gained a lot of that weight back. I lost most of that weight again. I gained a little bit of it back, and then I just kept going back and forth, back and forth. So, this go around, it's real serious, okay? But when you're able to see this, that's what will make you continue to want to do better. Hello, God. You were 254. You look great. You look great. How tall are you? I'm 6'1". So certain weights didn't look that bad on me, but like, you know, 350 was horrible, girl. Y'all seen the videos back then. I wasn't necessarily at 350, but I was like 315 in like one of those videos back in the day. Girl, no neck, hello God, breathing hard, child please. Sleep apnea, skin issues. Girl, bye. I don't have time for that. Mm. Let's see, honey. Well, what's Trey talking about, girl? Because if he ain't standing on business, then we can stay on a little longer. Because, girl, please. But I got to get this one, baby. We've been 3 years strong. Talking about, oh, do I want to do a quick one? Baby, I don't do quick one. I don't do quick. I don't do quick, honey. He's talking about, can he? You want to do a quick one or wait until tonight? Bitch, waiting for tonight. Oh, when you should be hearing this. Girl, because in the words of Trina, honey, you know, little mama ain't with that quick shit. You better break me off, stiff tongue or stick dick. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Hell, not to please me. You gotta sleep in it. Yes, God, honey. Okay. No, God. We're not doing that. I don't do quickies, girl. Girl, I'm an artiste. Okay. Hello, God. I am the Picasso. No, I can't use Picasso in this one. I am the Michelangelo girl. Hello, God of the throat world, bitch. What are you talking about? Let's wait till tonight. Yeah, you know I don't. I'm gonna text him right now. You know I don't like quickies, honey. I need the whole because, honey, let me. And he don't know what a quickie is either. Because every time we've linked, it's lasted, girl. When I tell you it's lasted, quickies. Quick. Okay, I don't like y'all in my damn business, girl. Stop what I say. Y'all in my business, girl. Stop it. Stop being in my business. Huh? You know that. Let's wait till tonight. Wait until tonight. The fuck, nigga? What you thought this was, honey? Huh? Girl, this ain't no midnight train to Georgia, girl. Huh? This is a voyage, honey. Okay? Period. Huh? This is a voyage, girl, to a whole new world. Huh. A new fantastic throat of you. Huh? Girl, please. Don't try me like that again. Let's get into your business. Where you about to be to trade, or you be me to trade, or your new trade. Oh, I talked about this in the beginning, honey. This particular trade, I call him Latino because he's black and Latino. Fine as all get up. I've been dealing with him for about 3 years now. I only serve him through truth and justice, honey. I'm trying to get him in the mood for some sticking, okay? Because I need it, girl. Like he has a perfect, the fattest, juiciest piece of thing, honey, and daddy he just be wanting to throw, honey. He don't like men like that, but he likes. I'm telling him, I'm like, you're gonna like me enough because, honey, I make sure that I am pressure cleaned. Hello, God, girl, press down, shaking this cup, running over, cleanliness, girl. Hello, God, honey, just in case he changes his mind, girl. But I'm gonna get him there one day, honey, because I need that up in me, honey. Hello, God, honey, I need it, girl. Oh, when I tell you he is fine, his body, his scent, he is in face. Like this boy is so fine. He is so fine. And every time, oh girl, just fill the mouth. I know that's right. Mm. But the one from last night, that's my 4 year trade. I like to keep them around, especially if the vibe is good and the pleasure is pleasuring. Okay, like I keep my Rolodex. I like new stuff too, but I only really venture out and become a horror of the night. Hello God, when my regulars are not available. And that's one of the things when you're dealing with like DL men is they're not always going to be available. They're going to be available. They want you to be available when they're available, which kind of sucks. So that's why I do have a couple that, I deal with here and there outside of them because, girl, and my main one, he's been in jail forever since fucking April. And, girl, I miss that, girl. Because when he gets out, everybody is going on the backtrack, the soundtrack of life, girl, while we're the main feature. Hello, God. Huh. Whitney Houston always wanted to know, how will I know? Girl, you'll know because I ain't blowing up your phone because Trade is back, honey. Now, that's the main man, honey. All things stop for him, girl. Oh, when I tell you, if y'all had a piece of that Kit Kat bar too, girl, y'all would wonder why. Okay, period. You a fleet girl, a shower hose, or starvation? I am. Okay, so my schedule during the week is very busy. I'm usually a whore Saturday and Sunday nights, right? Saturday, I usually get my topping or bottoming out the way. Sunday depends, because I have urges for both. So I make time for whatever I'm feeling. So last night I was feeling extra cunty. So I was like, girl, let's get things together, honey. So I prepared the table before trade. Hello, God. So thou might not, painteth the daddies. And I got filleted, honey, like a fish. Um, and today is the same thing. I've just had this urge to just like you never had those urges, girl, where you're just like, oh girl, I wanna suck some dick. Girl, or I just want to take it. Like I haven't had a good sturdy pounding session in a while. And like for the bottoms out there, like I don't know for you, but my sensors go off. Like my hole will go to twitching and it'll let me know, oh, you're ready. And I'm one of those girls that I listen to my body, and I just have those urges. Yes. I did meet another piece of trade yesterday, but girl, he lied. He lied. He lied. Now, he didn't lie about the meat. The meat was meeting, girl. Hello, God. But girl, he tried to lie. And I don't like this either. Like, I know I'm great at what I do. Trust me. Like, there's no embellishments. There's no there. Like, I know that. I really, to this point in life, I don't care because body language is everything. And girl, 5 minutes, I was just serving throat and you were done. Like, a major load, girl. I was like, oh, that's been backed up for a while. And I could just tell that he was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, you're just doing too much, girl. And I'm like, okay. But you swore up and down this is going to be a session. You gave me 5 minutes. And then you said you were going to, poke the bear. And you couldn't, girl, what? He tried to talk to me. I was so quiet as I got dressed, wiped my mouth. And just left. And I didn't say shit to him. He's like, all right, I'm gonna call you. No, don't call me. Don't do shit. Yes, I've twitched before. Okay, it's a thing, girl. I'm telling you. I learned on the last slide that the girls have to fast before the bottom. So what I do is because Friday I work at night. So Fridays I don't eat anything past like 10 p.m. I work, I drink all my water, my lemon juice, my lemon water, because that helps digestive properties. And what I'll do, if I do get hungry, it'll be something light like an apple, something that I know will run through me quick. And then I come home from work, I'll go to sleep, go to the gym to work out, whatever, get home, and then I start the cleaning process. Hello, God. The cleaning process may take me a little minute because I'm a perfectionist. So I probably could do it in 30 minutes, but I like to do it a lot, especially if I'm not doing anything until later that night. I'll do it a couple times throughout the evening, the afternoon, evening, and I have to do a quality assurance check. Hello, God, honey. We don't want OSHA coming through, closing the girls down, honey. Okay. Bitch, the USDA girl, the FDA girl. We don't want the girls coming to close me down, so I have to do a quality assurance check, maybe an hour or two before. And then I told you grease up the whole girl that I put the butt plug in. That way it's easier. So by the time trade, is about to enter thine booty hole, she's already ready. Mm-hmm. Yes. Not the whole twitching. Yes, the whole be twitching, bro. I didn't know that's what twitching meant. I feel accomplished now. Oh yeah, I'm telling her that Twitch. Oh, and honey, a couple like this was like maybe 2 years ago. I have never really liked to do this as a bottom because I always felt like if y'all hear the dudes when they say, "Oh, push it out, push it out, push it out." You ever had a top dude just whisper that to you or yell that to you? Push that hole out. When I used to be afraid to do that because, girl, it feels like you're about to pass, like you're a Messiana girl, like Picasso. But if you're really like cleaned out, it's really you just controlling that traction muscle. So now I've perfected that art, girl. The boys be losing their mind. The boys push that thing out. But I'm like, yeah, girl, I be feeling like a WMAN, bitch. Okay, girl, I be feeling like a woman, bitch. Oh, girl, I love it, girl. Now I know why when I put on my trade persona, when I'm being the top, now I know what the bottoms be talking about. Ooh, girl. Because I be telling the bottoms that too. Push that thing out. Push that out. Push that out. Push that out. Yeah, girl. The bottoms be losing. Yeah, girl. Girl. Yes, honey. Push it out, baby. Yes, honey. Yes, God. Oh, honey. Going to work, honey. Oh, mm-hmm. That thing be gripping. And don't get you someone with a fat head, honey, because they go to pulling and gripping. Ooh, girl, I'm finna. Whew, girl. Yes, honey. Period. Now that thing go to Twitch, you better answer the call. Answer the call. Or suffer the fate of the rest of your houses. Shout out to Game of Thrones, girl. Hello, God. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need a cigarette after that conversation. Did I just have like an orgasm without having an orgasm? Just having that conversation, girl. Stop what I say. I am so excited for the Late in the Midnight Hour, like podcast slash Patreon, whatever, girl, because like the story times I'm writing down to bring to y'all, y'all are gonna get your life, girl. Mm-hmm. Yes, bitch. Whew, girl. I woke up all discombobulated, child. But you do that fresh fucked kind of feeling, hello God, like you're exhausted, but you're exuberant at the same time. Mm-hmm. Just being nice. Good mood. Floating like Mariah Carey across the stage, girl, hello God. Yes, honey. Ooh, I have to report this too. The cats are now outside cats. They have been going on a week now. I moved all the shit that they had outside. Um, Child, I got home from work Saturday morning and I had been meaning to like clean up my apartment for the longest. I had the energy, so I went to Walmart, grabbed some stuff. I need to get some more car wash fluid too, because my car hadn't been washed like 2 months, child. So I came home, changed, washed my car, and this is all when I got off of work. Washed my car, got that extra energy I needed to clean my apartment up. Girl, when I tell you, I was so disgusted by the amount of cat hair, bitch. When I tell you, girl, I never even, like you're stuck in your routine, you got a lot going on, and usually I do like I do like 2 major cleanings a month where I move things. You child straightening up is most of the tea, right? Do your dishes. Put this away, put that away, fold this up. But twice a month, I like to move all my furniture around and sweep, bleach everything. Vinegar everything if I can, peroxide everything if I can, sweep, mop, wipe the walls down. Like I do that kind of shit. Girl, I moved that motherfucking couch in my living room and the little chair that I have in there. I said, "Oh no, oh no, 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 no." At this point, they had already been outside for like 5 or 6 days or whatever. So I was like, "Yeah, y'all staying out here." I moved all their shit out here. I cleaned the fuck up. I still have more to do, but I cleaned the fuck up, bitch. They will not be coming in this house again. If they decide to run away and live their lives, feel free. My nephew was cool with it, and even if he wasn't, it is what it is, girl. They staying outside because I don't do that. I'm glad I never let them in my room like that. I'm glad I don't let them in my bathroom like that. But no, ma'am, no, I don't do that. My house looks totally cleaned out now. When you normalize something, kind of get used to it a little bit. You don't really see it, and plus, I didn't really pay attention. You just tired from work and all this shit going on, right? When you finally cut all the lights on, hello God, and you're like, oh wow, this is a bigger problem than I thought it was. Girl, I had to clean this place out, honey. No, so yeah, they're outside for now. For now on, shit. Yeah, girl, I got They stay in their little area in my back porch area, so they good. They still getting fed. I'll probably bathe them again soon, just because they're gonna be outside more. I don't want them to be filthy outside cats. That's the OCD and the gay man in me, I guess, child. Hello, God. But yeah, honey, they outside now because I got to get my place together, and I have to bleach everything. Everything will be bleached. Everything, every single thing, every inch of this place. And I'm gonna have the people come in next week to do an inspection because I've been here for 7 years now, and it's time to update this girl. So they told me to come in get them when I'm ready because I told them I want to clean up first. I need to make sure everything is how it needs to be. And I'm not allowed to have pets here anyway, so I'm glad I kind of moved them outside. Nope, get out of here, bitch. Go sit down. You're an outside cat now, honey. Period. So, and another reason I did it too was the other day, before I sent them outside, I had brought them in the house and I was outside smoking a cigarette. One of the cats was literally throwing herself into the door to get outside. So you want to be out here so bad, bitch? This is where y'all can be at then. Hello, period. And keep my place clean, cat free, and I think I might be not allergic, but like I feel better now in my breathing without all that in my house. So yeah, they outside now, girl. Fuck that. I don't have time for that. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, thank you for coming through and vibing with me real quick. I'm finna get up off of here and prepare the table. Hello, God. Since we've moved things to a later time. So again, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, commenting, liking, and engaging in the platform. Um, for those catching the replay, thank you as well. Make sure you're hitting that like button on your way out or on your way in, depending on which is which for you. Okay. Yeah. So until the next video, guys, y'all be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. And yeah, take care. Bye.